Jeurys Familia for the Mets here. We're going to take a look at his lower half mechanics. Now this video shows a lot, obviously, a high level pitcher like Familia is. I think in this outing he was like 95, 97. Bowling ball sinkers, nasty splits. But a couple things right off the bat. Okay, leg lift. And you'll see before he gets to peak leg lift, you're seeing that descend already. That leading with that front hip. I know Ben Brewster over at Tread Athletics calls this the drift, but you'll see here that, like I said, before he's getting to peak leg lift, he's already shifting body weight. He's drifting already to create that momentum. Okay, now the next thing we're going to take a look at is see how in that top part, I'm looking at right here where my mouse is, I see the ball hand here. Notice the similarity of ball hand timing descending into full hand separation, and then lead leg timing descending into his drive phase. So drops the ball hand. I think that's a split, right? But you'll notice perfect timing. So again, now full hand separation, you'll see he's still holding back here. Now he's got a little bit more ways to go to foot strike, right? So this is where the body's signaling to the brain, hey, we got to get that hand up. And I think Familia does a really good job of getting that hand here to here up on time extremely fast, right? That's a commonality amongst a lot of high power output throwers. So you'll see now that the foot's about to be touched down. And again, talked about this in the past, rotation into front foot strike, not rotation and then front foot strike. What can we take from this? What can we take from this right here? So you're going to see that drive leg, okay? Drive leg right here. You're going to see internal rotation. You're going to see hand come up. Okay, this is another commonality of high power output throwers. You'll see it right there at the top of the screen. Internal rotation, hands coming up. When we talk about that kinetic energy and we talk about that transfer from the ground up through the fingertips, talk a lot about timing. The timing has to be extremely close. And what I mean by that is you'll see here as he's rotating those hips that the hand's getting up into a proper position to deliver the ball. You see a lot of guys that just fall with this back leg, right? Their internal rotation is early and their hand still even just coming down to full hand separation. So either that or the flip side of that being late. Okay, so we talked about the rotation into front foot strike. Next thing is foot is down, right? I wish there was a little bit more of the torso here, but there's not, so we'll deal with it. But you'll notice that this back hip is, I mean, it's starting to go into rotation, but it has yet to do so. So we build up that torque, but you'll notice here that the front hip is beginning his rotation, so it's allowing him to be able to clear his hips a little bit easier. But again, front foot is down, back hip counter rotated, so that means as soon as that hand's going to come up and go into the zone and those hips are going to rotate, he's going to have a little bit more, not even a little bit, but more torque, more rotational energy to disperse, I don't know if that's the right word, expense out through the fingertips at ball release. So you'll see it there. So again, front foot down, front hip already into rotation, back hip remaining closed, good foot connection to the ground still, and then rotating into that lead leg. A little bit of flexion back here, but that's okay. We usually look at it as a again, I can't really tell when the transfer or when ball release is, but if that flexion of the back leg is occurring pre ball release, then we have a breakdown, but a little bit of flexion there. And then this lead leg bent. So it's interesting to me too, right? Because you'll see at ball release, good stability, good brace, and then after ball release, that's when he has that little shift there. But guy's throwing 97 mile an hour bowling ball sinkers, so he's doing something right. But yeah, that's what I got. A little breakdown there of some of the things that I see, especially in this clip here. That's a cool visual, right? Watch these knees, watch the hips here work together. Get on the floor and do your 90-90s, boys, because it matters. Dope. All right, till next time.